Welcome everybody. Level Impact Cast. Yes, Matchbox Moving Parts 2025. This is mix number 4 for the year. I'm going to start off with an existing casting right here, the Bizzarini 5300 GT Corsa Revival. This one in its third deco style, did debut in Moving Parts last year in the maroon. We've seen it in the collectors in green and now in blue right here. This is number 14 of 50 in the mix. So we'll go ahead and get this one cracked open and get going on this mix. Of course, the packaging is always an interesting ordeal. Pop those out of there. There we go. Get that out of here. There is our Bizzarini. It is in blue with just a number plaque on the side, but no actual number on it. It does have prints on the back as well. Looks pretty good. Tri-spokes on this one, and then it does have some prints on the front, which look really good. So this guy actually gets four-sided tampo print. I would assume that we're probably not going to get any print underneath the hood, but we actually do. Well, look at that. Even under the hood is printed. So this guy gets a lot of tampo, and you can see there's actually tampo on the top as well here in the back. It says Bizzarini there on the top. That nice contoured interior in there, all stitched up, looking all fancy and whatnot, even though this, of course, is a race car. But this one's pretty good. You get four-sided tampo on that one. Details look very, very good. Model is a pretty decent model. Not exactly the greatest model, but it's a pretty good one. And I'm happy that Matchbox does something vintage racing, because I think that's important. All right, something that's very not vintage racing. This is the second color for our Nissan Ariya. Actually, this is the third color. My apologies. It continues to kind of come in very interesting colors that don't match the card art. This is number 3 of 50. You see on the card art right there, it is a blue color. But it is not blue. It is not blue at all. That's actually like a metallic emerald. It's not blue at all. It's nowhere near what it shows on the card art. So we'll get this out of here. Definitely not a very popular model. Again, this does look a bit blue on the screen, at least from my viewing of it as we look at it. But in person, it's very much so a kind of a metallic emerald. That's kind of the only way I can explain it. Ariya on the back, Ariya on the plate, says Nissan on there. Taillights look average. And of course, it says, was it E something Force? E Force with a 4. So to indicate it's an all-wheel drive. We've talked about crossovers. Most of them are plastic roofs. That's kind of what Matchbox's deal is now. Comes with the dark chrome D10s. Prints on the front look pretty good. I actually think this casting is great. Could we live without it in the Matchbox range? Absolutely, but it is nice nonetheless. I find it very, very baffling that they chose to do an opening hood for a electric car. It's completely pointless, but we do get full print underneath there, so that is pretty nice that we get the print under there. Obviously, because of the construction of this model, really, they could have done opening parts, but it would have compromised the structural integrity of the canopy on the top. And I get that, but that still doesn't change the fact that it would have been better to do something that's not a hood for an electric car. All right, next one up, we do have yet another EV here. Actually, I think this is just a regular Mini Cooper. 2022 Mini Cooper SE, so not an EV. I think the last one might have been an EV. Maybe they're just kind of mixing it up a little bit. This one is number 38 of 50. So 38 of 50 right there. Card art looks pretty good on the Minis. Always like the hood, the opening hood. Doing a Mini Cooper, there's really no other option to what you would make in opening parts, just because that's just the way it works. This casting did debut last year in blue. It was very, very difficult. Oh, it does say Mini EV on it. So maybe that's what the SE is. Maybe it's just SE instead of EV. Who knows? There is the deets in the back. It says Cooper S on there. The details on the other side. I love the taillight prints. Look at that. It's got that awesome like British flag. Half on this side, half on that side. Really, really cool that Matchbox did that. Really, really, really cool. Mini EV on the plate. Of course, the plastic canopy top, which is pretty average. Prints on the front look good. The headlights look very, very good. Grille looks very, very good as well. The headlights look a little bit weird just because of the way that the halo is printed on there. And of course, this does have the opening hood. Full prints underneath there. Looks really, really good. Of course, that hood will not stay up without holding it. But that is really, really cool. That looks really good. I really like the details on this one. It looks like Looks like maybe the budget's going up on these just a little bit. 2023 Mattel. Yes, this model was quite delayed. 1461 man number on that one. This one looks significantly better in the British green than it did in the blue that we got last year. So we'll put that there. Another British car. This one is number 10 of 50. This is your 56 Morris Minor. Yes, it does come with an interior variation. This one, luckily, you can see it. This one happens to be right-hand drive. There's also left-hand drive. And yes, we have left-hand drive too. Not to worry, we do have both of them. But this is actually one of the interior variations you can actually see with the new style of packaging, which I guess we can't call it new anymore. Right-hand drive on this particular one. Details on the back. Joy 57 on the plate. The print on the deck lid looks very, very good. Really, really like that. Taillights look good as well. No chrome on this one. Just a gray base, which is unfortunate. But at least it matches. At least it looks good on the model. Details on the front look good. Prints look good on the front. And opening the hood. Hood stays up very nicely. This also gets printed underneath there. So very, very nice. Of course, that is the same piece as the interior. So all the surrounding is going to be a kind of butterscotch color to match the interior. But that one is a pretty decent one. So that one is right-hand drive for over the pond. But if you are here driving it here in the U.S., you can get yourself a left-hand drive. Although I don't know if this car was actually sold in the U.S., but I'm just referencing that. Get this out of here. Exact same model right there, just with left-hand drive. So nothing changes on that. Of course, there's going to be changes to the base as well because the tail or the pedal details down in the base. See, there's pedals on that side and there's pedals on this side, but they probably go all the way across because it would be cheaper just to use the exact same base because you're only going to see the pedals based on which side of interior you got. All right, a very, very nice one right here. Yes, Porsche. This is only the second time we're seeing the 356A debuted in a white color. We have not seen this in moving parts for just a little bit. Number 2 of 50 on this one. Number 2 of 50. Or open this on the same side. We'll try to keep this consistent. Now, when this model kind of like was shown online, I could have swore it was black, but it's actually not. It's a dark steel blue, which it's period correct, but I really wish it would have been black. But we do get a chrome base, which is really nice and super, super shiny chrome base. Prints on the front look good. Of course, it does say Porsche on there. Headlight prints look good. So it's a decent looking model. I think Matchbox did a great job with it. There's the details on the back. It is ridiculously shiny. So there's the details underneath the bonnet, if you will. Taillight prints look pretty good as well. And then this is the opening feature. You can get it to cooperate with us. It is a very, very small feature. All right, got that hood popped open. It is very, very difficult to get that open. It is fully printed underneath there. That's as far as it opens, though. So to get a camera angle in there is very, very tough. I do apologize about that, but it looks very, very good underneath there. It is such a small piece. It's such a small piece. I get it. It's period correct. 1-to-1 correct as well. Not a fan of the color, but the casting is always great. Casting's always good. So we'll put our Porsche right there. And then we do have one more model here. Brand spanking new casting. Brand new for 2025. This model is a little bit difficult to get. There is your new for 2025. This is number 24 of 50 right there. This is your Land Rover Defender 130 Matchbox Emergency Rescue on the side. Really, really stoked about this one. This one, like I said, is a little bit difficult to get. It is only one per case. It is a big casting too. You can see how big it is. It takes up that whole blister area. So we'll slide our Defender out of there, potentially. There we go. So there is our Land Rover Defender. It is a quite substantially sized Matchbox model. I will be honest with you. It's very, very large. It's quite big. It looks really, really good, though. Deco on the front looks fantastic. Land Rover headlight prints look good. Matchbox Emergency Rescue, so additional print on the top. There's even prints on the searchlights there for that top section piece. That top section piece has a drone. That's kind of cool. That's very cool, actually. They got a drone on there. Very, very cool. Getting with the current times. Couple of jerry cans on there. Maybe something over here on this side. Can't really tell what it is. It does have, of course, the ladder detail on this side, which is part of the top end. And then, of course, that additional storage piece on this side, that looks really, really good. So this has got all of the bells and whistles to it. Details on the side are good. Super neon. It's not quite as bright on the camera as it is in person. The taillights look pretty good. And, of course, that spare tire is especially nice. I love the chevron prints in the back. Look very, very, very good. This is a very substantial model. Very substantial model. There's your details. 1538 is your brand spanking new man number for this 130. It is very, very big. The moving feature, of course, is under the hood, which we do not get prints with, which is understandable. It does get four-sided prints outside of that. Plus, in case you haven't already deduced, yes, the roof rack section is removable. You can take the roof section off and leave it off. You don't have to have it on there. I don't think the holes in there are that bad. Not that great, but not that bad. I don't have a, like one of the other Land Rovers with the removable roof section. So not sure if these will be swappable. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it does look familiar. So that is a possibility. And of course, there is your model without it. You can clearly tell it definitely looks better with it on. So we'll get that back on there. There you go. So as of the time of this video, there is no variation to that piece on the top. Every single one is that exact same interior, or accessory on the top. So there you go. That is Matchbox 2025 moving parts mix number 4. There is just a little quick side note. There has been, when this was kind of first previewed, that there might have been a chase in this mix. There is no chase in this mix. There is no chase in this mix. So just being straight up with you, no chase in the mix. So there you go. That is the mix. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you think about that Land Rover, Porsche, Bizzarini, Mini, other Mini, or even you might be a fan of the Nissan. Who knows? Drop a comment. Let me know. Appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to subscribe. Level M. Peace!